EQ, or equalization, is like a sound sculptor's chisel. It allows you to shape the tone and character of your audio by boosting or cutting specific frequencies. Imagine a muddy guitar track. EQ can clean it up, making it punchy and defined. Think of a graphic equalizer on a stereo system. Those sliders represent different frequencies. Boosting a frequency makes it louder, while cutting it makes it quieter. EQ in music production works similarly, but with more precision. EQ is essential for achieving a balanced and polished mix. It helps individual instruments stand out in the mix and prevents certain frequencies from clashing. Without EQ, your mix might sound muddy, harsh, or unbalanced. To understand EQ, you need to grasp the concept of frequency. Frequency is the foundation of how we perceive sound. Frequency refers to how fast a sound wave vibrates per second, measured in hertz. The higher the frequency, the more vibrations per second. Low frequencies, like a bass drum, vibrate slowly, creating a deep resonant sound that you can often feel as much as hear. While high frequencies, like a cymbal crash, vibrate rapidly, producing a sharp, crisp sound that cuts through the mix. Our ears perceive these vibrations as different pitches. The range of frequencies we can hear is vast, from the lowest rumbles to the highest chirps. Low frequencies sound deep and rumbling, often providing the foundation of a musical piece, while high frequencies sound bright and airy, adding sparkle and clarity to the audio. EQ allows you to target specific frequency ranges to shape the overall tone of your audio. By adjusting these frequencies, you can enhance or diminish certain elements of the sound. For example, if you want to add warmth to a vocal track, you might boost the lower frequencies around 100 to 250 Hz. This can make the voice sound fuller and more intimate. Conversely, to reduce muddiness in a bass guitar, you might cut the frequencies around 300 to 500 Hz. This helps to clean up the sound, making it clearer and more defined. There are several types of EQ, each with its strengths. Shelving EQs boost or cut frequencies above or below a certain point, like a shelf. They're great for broad tonal adjustments, such as adding warmth or brightness. Parametric EQs offer more surgical precision. They allow you to control the center frequency, bandwidth, and gain of the boost or cut. Parametric EQs are ideal for targeting specific problem frequencies or enhancing particular elements. Graphic EQs divide the frequency spectrum into fixed bands, each with its own slider. They provide a visual representation of your EQ curve and are often used for live sound reinforcement or mastering. Section 4: EQ in Action, Practical Applications. EQ is an indispensable tool throughout the mixing process. It allows you to shape the tonal balance of your tracks, ensuring that each element of your mix is clear and distinct. During tracking, you can use EQ to clean up the sound of individual instruments before they even hit the recorder. This can be particularly useful for removing unwanted frequencies that might muddy up your mix later on. For example, you might use a high-pass filter to remove low-frequency rumble from a guitar amp. This helps to ensure that the guitar sits well in the mix without interfering with the bass or kick drum. In mixing, EQ is crucial for creating separation and clarity between instruments. By adjusting the frequency content of each track, you can carve out space for each instrument, making sure they don't mask each other. By carefully sculpting the frequency content of each track, you can prevent them from masking each other and ensure that every element occupies its own space in the mix. This is essential for achieving a professional-sounding mix. EQ can also be used creatively to enhance the emotional impact of your music. By boosting or cutting certain frequencies, you can add character and emotion to your tracks. For instance, boosting the high frequencies of a vocal during a chorus can add excitement and energy. This technique can make the vocal stand out and give the chorus a lift, making it more impactful for the listener. Section 5: Experiment and Evolve. The key to mastery. Mastery in music production is not just about knowing the tools, but understanding how to use them creatively and effectively. Mastering EQ takes time and practice. It's a journey of continuous learning and refinement. The best way to learn is to experiment. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each one is a step towards mastery. Load up a track in your DAW, apply an EQ plugin, and start tweaking. Notice how each adjustment changes the character of the sound. Listen carefully to how each adjustment affects the sound. Pay attention to the nuances and subtleties. Don't be afraid to try different EQs and settings. Each one offers a unique perspective and can bring out different elements in your mix. Every audio signal is unique, so there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Tailor your EQ settings to fit the specific needs of each track. As you gain experience, you'll develop your own ear for EQ and learn to trust your instincts. This intuition is invaluable in creating a polished and professional sound. Remember, EQ is both a technical and creative tool. It bridges the gap between the science of sound and the art of music production. By understanding the fundamentals and embracing experimentation, you can unlock the full potential of EQ and elevate your music productions to new heights. This journey of discovery and creativity is what makes mastering EQ so rewarding.